Firefighters blame spontaneous combustion for that fire.
Investigators say the man inside may have spontaneously combusted.
A week ago, it happened at a restaurant. It happened at a home. Fire starting without even a spark.
In a quiet suburb of Galway, Ireland, 76-year-old Michael Flaherty is sat on his couch, enjoying a cup of tea. It was a cold, peaceful evening in the neighborhood of Ballybane, but little did Michael know that this would be his last sip of Earl Grey before he would mysteriously burst into flames. Tonight, we're delving into a modern-day mystery that challenges the very limits of what we think is possible. Was Michael Flaherty's death an extreme, overlooked incident? Or could there be something much stranger at play? Hello, good people, and welcome to Void Station. The date was December 22nd, 2010, in the quiet neighborhood of Ballybane, a city in Galway, Ireland. 76-year-old Michael Flaherty sat by his fireplace away from the evening chill outside. With only 3 days left to Christmas, houses and businesses are adorned with Christmas lights. At about 3 a.m., Michael's neighbor, Tom Mannion, was awakened by the sound of his home smoke alarm. Mannion went outside to find heavy smoke coming from Flaherty's house. Banging on the door of Flaherty's house yielded no results, so he proceeded to call the police and the fire brigade. When authorities arrived, they found Michael's body severely burned, almost entirely reduced to ash. Only his head and legs remained intact. But here's the strangest part. There was little to no damage to the room. The floor beneath him was scorched, and there was some soot on the ceiling, but otherwise, the furniture and the surroundings were untouched by the flames. No signs of fire, no source of ignition, just the man who had seemingly burned from the inside out. Authorities were quick to investigate. Could it have been a fire started by a heater, an electrical fault, a cigarette? None of these explanations held up. There was no fireplace nearby, no electrical malfunction, and Michael wasn't known to smoke. There was no accelerants, no external source of ignition, and no signs of foul play. The post-mortem results left investigators even more puzzled. The body was almost reduced entirely to ash. This feat normally requires extreme temperatures of over 860 degrees Celsius or 1600 degrees Fahrenheit, far higher than the average house fire, which burns at over 600 degrees Celsius and is typically only achieved in cremation furnaces. Spontaneous human combustion, or SHC, is exactly what it sounds like. A person allegedly bursts into flames without any external source of ignition. The phenomenon has been reported for centuries, with over 200 documented cases, yet still puzzles scientists and skeptics alike. In these cases, the victim is often found incinerated, while objects nearby, like chairs, tables, and even carpets, remain untouched. How does this happen? Well, that's where things get weird. Dr. Kieran McLaughlin, the local coroner, was faced with a mystery he had never encountered before. How could a body be so thoroughly burned while the surroundings were mostly unharmed? After ruling out all possibilities, Dr. McLaughlin made a rare and controversial decision. He officially declared Michael Flaherty's death as a case of spontaneous human combustion. That's right, in 2010, a coroner officially listed SHC as the cause of death. This decision sparked debate, not just in Ireland, but around the world. Was Michael Flaherty truly a victim of spontaneous combustion? Or had something been missed? So what could have caused Michael Flaherty to ignite and burn so intensely without spreading the fire? There's a few possible theories. The wick effect. The most widely accepted theory is called the wick effect. This suggests that a small flame, like a cigarette or spark, ignites the victim's clothing. Then, the victim's body fat, which acts like candle wax, fuels the fire, allowing it to burn for hours at a low temperature but with devastating results. The body burns slowly, and because the fire is contained, the surrounding objects are left largely unharmed. Methane and static electricity. Some speculate that methane gas, produced naturally in the intestines, could build up and ignite due to a small electric spark, possibly from static electricity, causing the body to combust from the inside. Undetected source of fire. Skeptics argue that an external source, like a cigarette or electrical fault, might have been overlooked, but with no evidence of such a source, this explanation falls flat for many. While the wick effect might explain some of the more physical aspects, the case of Michael Flaherty still leaves questions unanswered. How could such an intense fire burn without spreading? Why was the room not more damaged? And why did the coroner ultimately label this as spontaneous human combustion, a phenomenon many scientists dismiss? Spontaneous human combustion has long been a subject of debate. For many, it's considered fringe science, something out of a horror movie or an urban legend. But when a modern-day coroner rules it as a cause of death, it brings the mystery right into the present day. Michael Flaherty's case is one of the few where SHC has been officially recognized as the cause of death. And it stands as a stark reminder that even in our scientific, logic-driven world, there are some things that we simply can't explain. So what do you think? Was Michael Flaherty's tragic death really caused by spontaneous human combustion? I personally think that the wick effect is possible, and that's what likely happened to the poor man. Let me know what you believe in the comments below, and until next time, remember to stay curious, because sometimes the strangest mysteries are the ones closest to home.